There have been threats like, oh, you come to the protest, we're watching your faces, we know where you live.
We have been told कि ये लड़कियां क्या कर रहे हैं, मादरचोद है.
We did not know the amount of violence that was going to happen.
Since the time I've been here, I've just seen like something little as like the public space at night being terrorized by men.
My first brush with violence on my own was like during like election time when they come and they sort of infiltrate campus residences where you live. The supermarkets become unsafe.
Being a part of a women's movement, we have time and again faced a lot of threats from ABVP where we have been told कि ये लड़कियां क्या कर रहे हैं, मादरचोद है.
जब मैं मास्टर्स के लिए नॉर्थ कैंपस में आई थी तब मेरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है SFI स्टूडेंट्स फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया हमको बहुत टारगेट किया गया है बिकॉज लेफ्ट है.
I was there at the night of 5th January when the attack was happening on JNU campus. When we reached the street outside JNU, it was jet black. Every street light was shut and there was a huge police presence outside the main gate, and you can see only one kind of slogans being raised by a few of the elements supposedly from Bajrang Dal and ABVP, that goli maro salon ko, deshdrahiyon ko wapas bhejo.
When the entire incident broke out, I saw Vikas Patel leading the mob, hitting Professor Sucharita with a stone.
The idea that like women have the kind of courage to come out and actually protest and participate is something that is time and again detested by male forces like the ABVP and the RSS.
सो रामजस के प्रोटेस्ट पे तो हम सबको ही पता है कि कितना वायलेंस अनलीश किया था ABVP ने और पुलिस मिलके, और उसके बाद से आई थिंक उनको थोड़ा लिवरेज मिल गया है कि हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं और कोई रिपरकशंस नहीं होंगे.
Women were extremely resilient, strong, powerful, and showed a lot of strength. The moment we reached inside Sabarmati hostel, we closed the gate. We did not know the amount of violence that was going to happen, but the first thing that we did was make a human chain right at the gate of Sabarmati.
They terrorize students and people who live on campus. Like even if like we're the rally now, they can just like take our pictures and like they can see us on campus and like do anything to us because we live here.
ABVP followed us on the day of the V3 protest, beat up our boys, hit women. They dragged the women against right, or like the poster that we had in my hand. They pulled it out of my hand, and then when I snatched it back, they marked us. They said that, oh, we'll find you. And then all of us were in hiding for the next 4 to 5 days because they were following us around.
They have openly come on campus and made like a database of protesters, given out threats saying that we'll come to your house in the middle of the night, we will beat you up.
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से 9 लोगों को आइडेंटिफाई किया गया था और हमारे फ़ोटोज़ उन सारे ABVP के ग्रुप्स में सर्कुलेट हो रहे थे कि ये लोग जहाँ पे भी मिलेंगे रोड पे या कहीं पे भी उनको घेर के मारो.
Even now, the campus is not normal, as our Vice Chancellor would have you believe. A campus where all the gates are blocked by Delhi police, where school buses cannot enter.
As of this morning, I've constantly been receiving threat messages online where there have been rape threats. There have been threats like, oh, you come to the protest, we're watching your faces, we know where you live, we know what you're doing, and we're going to come find you and beat you up. So this is the kind of fear that we live under.
After we came to the campus in 2018 elections, there was a major violence in our campus where ABVP entered the election committee office, threatened election committee, threatened to burn ballot papers, occupied the counting booth for more than 17 hours. They injured G4S guards, they injured so many students. They again came to the campus. Saurabh Sharma with his entire troop of Delhi University ABVP came with hockey sticks, beat up students at night, broke beer bottles in people's heads.
And this is pure assault, and the state sort of stands and watches. The police is okay with it. The police stands around and protects these people. It's only when we sort of speak up and say, how can they hit us? How can they take our boys away? How can they hit like people who are with us? Then there's no answers. They will sort of defend them at all points in time.
We are living in a very anti-women, anti-Dalit, anti-student government, and this is something that has been completely organized at all levels.
मेरी एक खुद ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एक कॉमरेड को सेक्सुअली मोलेस्ट किया गया था और फिर वो हॉस्टल में भाग गया था एंड पीपल वर एक्चुअली गिविंग हिम हॉस्टेज एंड कवरिंग हिम अप, और उस FIR का भी कुछ नहीं हुआ है अभी तक.
they were really outnumbering us, but police was totally protecting them. And when people like civil society started gathering around, like parents of students who were who were trapped inside JNU were started gathering around, and we started outnumbering them, then they all started leaving one by one, and police really assisted them in that.
Yeah, JNU was something, it was unprecedented, the kind of violence that they used, turning lights off, using state-like services that the state provides you against the people, is the fundamental tactic of any fascist government.
It's not just a student movement that we are necessarily talking about, but it's violence that's actually been warranted and sanctioned by the state. Especially if we look at what recently happened at JNU, as well as AMU, as well as DU in the past, it has been proved that ABVP is getting so many grants from the government, in the sense that they are allowed to freely enter campuses with weapons, allowed to go inside hostels, allowed to beat people up in a place where the cops are also cooperating with the ABVP, cooperating with the RSS, and cooperating with our current regime.
I have a FIR against my name because I am one of the suspects who was apparently in the forefront of instigating a riot. But in fact, I was inside the Sabarmati hostel getting terrorized myself, getting harassed, molested and beaten up.
कि हम सब इकट्ठा ही 6-7 लोग जा रहे थे एंड एक ब्लैक कलर की गाड़ी आती है एंड उसमें से एक बंदा निकलता है डंडा लेके हमारे एक कॉमरेड के सर के ऊपर मार के भाग जाते हैं. हमने गाड़ी का फ़ोटो लिया, गाड़ी का नंबर भी लिया, पुलिस को दिया, तब भी पुलिस कुछ नहीं कर रही है, बल्कि पुलिस हमको एस्कॉर्ट भी कर रही थी तब तक.
The larger attack is not just by the students. This unsafe campus, which there is entirely, this government is hellbound to, and attacking universities, not giving them good enough funds, seat cuts have been happening everywhere, and these are just larger attacks on these universities so that they cannot raise their voices, and also so that they cannot study.